Good night, good night, good night. Please share the live. Good night. As up, guys, welcome and good night. When you're coming in, just click on the like button, please. So what is about your dead phone? As you're not coming in, just good night down, click on the like button. Click on the like button as you not come. And Andrew double up the minimum wage. Andrew double up the minimum wage. Good night, everybody. Please share the live. But we're going to talk tonight. Welcome, welcome. We come talk tonight. Increase pay for teachers. Increase pay for police and to double up the minimum wage. Lego boya. Them nah no use boat, yeah. Why we fighting the crime and bad mind as we bring back the peace and love. And to bring back the peace and love. Not a Panaris, no day again, no Braca Master, no day again, everybody gainful. And that bro got everybody gainful. Good night, guys. As you know, come in, click on the like button. 67 persons are here. Please click the like button. Please click the like button, please. Labor rights are not full. Under labor, everybody have a job. See, we broke God in Banya. Bless up, Nana. Good night, everybody. Big up on a nice, clean self, please. Share the live in the WhatsApp group. Share the live in the PNP WhatsApp group. Share the live in the family group. Share the live in the children group. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Munchie B is here. Good night, good night, good night, good night, everybody. Guys, welcome to Munchie B Talks Politics. I am your girl, Munchie B. Welcome, 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 welcome. Is that echo? Welcome, guys. So, guys, please, as you come in, just click on the like button. 91 persons over here, only 43 likes. Please don't give me the rest of likes. Then we're going to start, because we have something to discuss tonight. We're going for 1 hour, and we have something to discuss. Now, the people in there. Where are the peeps? All right. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome to Munchie B Talks Politics. I am Munchie B. Now, tonight, against my belief and my better judgment, I decided to go and look on the press conference that Marky General keep with the implied budget explanation, because a couple of people called me and said, Munchie B, please go and look and listen when Marky General said. I never want to go, guys. To be honest, I didn't want to go because I know me not waste time with Marky G. But a couple of people called me and said, Munchie B, go and go listen, So I say, all right, let me go listen because, I aim to please. Please, guys, 137 now over here. Please click on the like button, please. I only have 64 likes. Yes, give me a thumbs up, guys. Please, it is important to work with the algorithm. Want to give me the thumbs up. So as I not come in, just give me the thumbs up. We're gonna be discussing Mark Golding implied budget explanation. Mark Golding made an attempt to explain his budget, his implied budget, in continuing budget presentation. Of course, it was a waste of time. Of course, in the move the needle. Of course, Antifaval did a better job because Antifaval actually set up the spreadsheet and put the things then properly on the spreadsheet, and she explained to the ordinary Jamaican people who never got college and put the expenses and put everything that Mark Golding promised to do on the spreadsheet, and we understood it, and she explained it to us beautifully. But you know, Mark Golding, he felt ashamed and embarrassed, so he decided to, you know, keep the press conference to try to change the narrative. It did not work. It did not even stay in the news cycle for 12 hours. It did not work. It did not move the needle one bit. The people of Jamaica already make up their mind, and the people of Jamaica already see Mark Golding take them for Ginal. Marky Ginal was a waste of time. Now, when Marky Ginal started his presentation yesterday, of course, I'm going to start with a mouthful of lies, talking about how he made the decision to keep the press conference because the finance minister was exaggerating and misleading the people. The finance minister was not doing no such thing. The finance minister took time out of her presentation to educate the people of Jamaica. The finance minister took time out of her busy schedule to explain to the people of Jamaica what would happen to the country if Mark Jefferson Golding is elected. You should thank her. You should thank the finance minister because she did your job. She did your job, Marky G. What you should have done when you stood up in the parliament 2 weeks ago, you should have explained to the people of Jamaica how you plan to spend our tax dollars. Instead, you stand up there, read a manifesto with your bag of propaganda, your bag of promises, and your bag of samphire trickery. So you should thank the finance minister. Then you went on to say, oh, the fiscal policies and the debt reduction was put in place by the PNP. We now waste no time on that again with your Mark Golding because the Prime Minister already rubbished that, and the people of Jamaica are not stupid. The people of Jamaica can go back and check the history, and the people of Jamaica can see that it started under the Honorable Manayard Audley Shaw. So we now waste time on that. But guys, due to the 21 things that when Julian Robinson promised we, and the 30 are things them with Mark Golding promised we. Mark Golding would want us to believe that all of the promises that Julian made to the people of Jamaica and in Mark Jefferson Golding went on to make to the people of Jamaica, it will only cost the country $23 billion. Who Mark Golding I tell that? I don't even think Mark Golding himself believe that. There was no confidence in Mark Golding's voice when he was saying it. There was no confidence on Julian Robinson's face when Mark Golding was saying it. Damien Crawford looked like he just don't eat and he want to use the bathroom. He looks tough like stuffed turkey on Thanksgiving table. Mark Golding was not confident in when he was saying that garbage about $23 billion. Remember, I know, Julian promised the people of Jamaica that 500,000 children will get a free meal. Damien Crawford promised the people of Jamaica that one child from every family are going to get a degree. And Mark Golding want us to believe that that will only cost the country $23 billion. Mark Golding, who you are fool? You not even could have convinced yourself of that garbage that you were saying. Not even you never sound convincingly when you were saying that. No, Mark Golding held up the book and told the people of Jamaica that when the PNP win the election a couple months from now, the same book where the finance minister used and the same budget where the finance minister passed, that is the budget that the PNP will have to use. About how much all of the money where the finance minister estimates the government, the revenue where the government are going to bring in, and all of the proposal and the policy where the government put in place, him said the PNP are going to inherit that. All right, fine. Now, Everybody know. Well, I am assuming that we all can agree that since 2020, when Mark Golding became the opposition leader, every policy that the government implement and roll out, the PNP say it is inadequate. The PNP say it is insufficient. And the PNP say the people of Jamaica suffer and time come. Yes or no? Remember, since 2020, everything where the government come with as it relates to helping with PAD program, helping the pensioners, the give back, helping agriculture, the PNP said it is not enough. And follow me now, guys. Mark Golding told the country that the PNP government will follow the same fiscal rule that the government have to follow based on the law that was passed. Now, the PNP constantly, continuously telling the country that the government is not doing enough. We all can assume that when the PNP win, they might go bump up every single policy where the government have in place, because everything that the government implement, the PNP say it is not enough. Now, when a journalist asks Mark Golding, which one of the government policy or which one of the ministry him go cut or scale down pan or eliminate or bump up, he say him now go through it. You know why he can't go through it? Because Mark Golding cannot in good faith tell the people of Jamaica which one of the government policy or which one of the ministry him go cut money from. Remember, I'm saying now, the PNP is going to use the same budget that Fiscal are going to pass Friday. The only difference is that they will redistribute some of the things and some of the money. They are going to scale down past some, they are going to cut some, and they are going to bump up some. Which one of them? They already said they now cut the PAD program. They are going to add to that, right? They said that they're going to set up a new program to capture the rest of 300,000 children who now get the free meal. They already said that they're going to give 1 degree per household, right? They already say they're going to help with transportation for school children. So basically, the education system, education sector, are going to get more money under Mark Golding policy. Let's move to security. Is he going to cut money from the security ministry? Because remember, when he read his budget promises, he said that the PNP government will roll out more community-based initiative, more at-risk youth program, and hire more done and more area leader and more people from UWI to do more in community work. So that means to say he might go add to that as well. Follow me, guys. Remember, I know the PNP say as it relates to security, they're going to do more. They're going to do more community-based initiative. They're going to do more social program for at-risk youth. So they're going to add to education based on what them say. They're going to add to the security ministry based on what they say. And as it relates to agriculture, they're going to add more to that as well. They're going to pump more money into farming. So Mark Golding need to come and tell the people of Jamaica which ministry they're going to cut and what they're going to do, which they're going to scale down and work. I remember he told us yesterday that when they form government, they're going to redistribute the funds. Next thing, Mark Golding said the budget where the government passed, at that budget, I'm going to use and find the $23 billion to run feed program them. And he said $11.5 billion is exempt from the $23 billion. So basically, Mattel will say it is 23 billion plus 11.5, right? But based on what Mark Golding said, the budget will already been passed Friday, and the $11.5 billion already counted in this budget already. The government already incorporated the $11.5 billion from the housing trust. So where Mark will now get an extra $11.5 billion this fiscal year. And guys, who tell me if you don't follow me? Because maybe I go too fast. Remember, and we are past the budget, and we already incorporate the $11.5 billion from the housing trust in a full budget, So Mark Golding excluded from theme budget. Is he gonna go in and bring a different bill to the parliament and take it back out? And guys, Is Mark Gooding going to go in and table a supplementary budget and remove the 11.5 billion what we have in our budget? No. Because based on the narrative from Mark Jefferson Golding, the $11.5 billion already in a full budget. So that the money they're not going to be available for this fiscal year. And the next thing, guys, when Mark Golding stood in the parliament and Mark Golding said to the people of Jamaica that he is going to stop drawing down the $11.5 billion from the housing trust. Want to understand from that. When Mark Golding stood in the parliament and Mark Golding said for the past 10 years, the government has been withdrawing $11.5 billion from the housing trust and him don't see what the government do with it. And him government is going to stop that when him form government. Now that he said, then how comes when Mark Golding stood at the podium yesterday, Mark Golding said that the law that they passed to take out that money will be expired. Did Mark Golding tell us that in the parliament that the law expired? When Mark Golding stood in the parliament, did Mark Golding told the people of Jamaica that the law expired? Mark Golding led us to believe, yeah, him personally I go stop. He never tell the country, say, I expire, the law expire. He misled the country. When Mark Golding stood in the parliament and Mark Golding said, he might go stop, draw down the $11.5 billion. Mark Golding led us to believe that he might go make that this policy decision when that was the furthest thing from the truth because he stood at his implied budget platform and said the law expired. So now he might go stop it. The law expired and he will now have to come back to the parliament and get the permission again. Mark Golding always tell unnecessary lies. Mark Golding always mislead the people of Jamaica. That sunset law, our old American people that say sunset clause, expire this year. So now Mark Golding has stopped draw down the money. The law that the PNP passed in 2012 expired this year. So now Mark Golding has stop draw down the money. There will be no more law to do that starting from the next fiscal year. Why is Mark Golding so lie? Why is Mark Golding so disingenuous? And then hear him now, the government has not indicated to the country with what they plan to do with that money. But you jump the gun, Mark Golding, and you lie to the people of Jamaica. You led us to believe that under your government, you guys will stop that policy when the law already expired before the election. We can't trust you, Mark Jefferson Golding. Every word will come out of your mouth. You always a lie. You say your budget will cost the people of Jamaica $23 billion plus the 11.5. But there will be no $11.5 billion from the housing trust this fiscal year because the government of Jamaica already draw down on that fund. So why are you trying to mislead the people of Jamaica? You want us to believe that you're going to have that extra money to spend. That is a lie. That is a lie, Mark Jefferson Golding. And another thing, guys. Can remember, I don't send me go watch, The reporter from the Gleaner asked Mark Jefferson Golding, how many of these policies will you be able to roll out in your first year, in your fiscal year 2025-2026? You know what Mark Golding said? Mark Golding said him not sure. When him go in, him have to go look item by item and see which one, which is fine. And then he continued to say maybe all 21 of them. You hear that? Remember, Mark Golding stood in the parliament and told the people of Jamaica that he never tell we say this was a budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026. But when the reporter asked him how many of these policies will he be able to implement in his first year, Mark Golding said all of them will go back, go listen to the tape. Go back and listen to the tape. Mark Golding said there is no unforeseen event, no storm or anything. The PNP will be able to implement all 21 of them. Go back and listen. I think a Laverne went one name from the Gleaner asked him that question. He said all of them. Even though he stood in the parliament and told the country that he never tell the minister say him plan for roll out all of them in the first fiscal year. You see how the man lie? You see how Mark Golding lie? He's speaking from both sides of his mouth. I want one of the labor right them. Wanna go and cut that tape for me, please. Mark Golding said to the reporter, all of them, all 21 of them, if we don't have no storm and no unforeseen event, he will be able to roll out all of the 21 things where Julian announced. Even though he stood in the parliament and told the people of Jamaica that he did not tell the minister that he was going to roll out all of them in the first term. Which one of the Mark Golding we should believe? Which one of the Mark Golding we should take serious? Mark Golding is a pathological liar. He always talks from both sides of his mouth. Now, Mark Golding and Damien would want us to believe that $23 billion will be able to provide 1 degree, pay a school fee. Remember, guys, the PNP roll out all type of goodies. $1 billion for content creator. $1 billion for 2,000 people from the jungle. Money for the small business people them. Free house, free car, free everything for the 500,000 public sector workers. Meal for children. How is that $23 billion? You don't have to go to school to do the maths and so that not add up. You don't that don't take no calculator for no say based on all of this something Mark Golding announced it will be more than $23 billion. That goes without saying. That is why he couldn't go item by item and pricing goods. He couldn't. Because remember, guys, the press conference was to explain the PNP budget proposal, but he didn't do that. All he did was tell us one stupid story and talk about $23 billion. He never go item by item and price them because he couldn't. He couldn't do it. And then he tell about $11.5 billion will be available as well. That will not be available, Mark Jefferson Golding. Based on the narrative from Mark Golding, the young people them now go get no house. I wonder if the young people know see a trick Mark Golding trick them. I wonder if the young people them know that Mark Jefferson Golding trick them. Where will the money come from to build these houses? The only way Mark Jefferson Golding will be able to attempt to implement any of the run with it policy is to impose more tax on poor people. That's the only way. The only way Mark Golding will be able to make an attempt is to impose taxes on us. Poor Dayton and Julian, their face look like say that somebody thief their lunch money. They did not believe Mark Golding $23 billion for them all to run with it policy where y'all come with. The public sector workers alone about that the budget there. Because remember, the salary that the government is giving the public sector worker now, uno say it is not enough. One on the labor right type in the chat and tell me how much percent of the budget or what was the amount of the budget that Dr. Clark is giving to the public sector workers. How much $1 billion? Please to tell me how much it cost the people of Jamaica to pay the public sector workers where they are. The raise where they get. How much was the complete cost of that? And remember, bear in mind that the PNP say it is not enough. And when them farm government, they will give the public sector workers more. What is the current amount that the government of under Andrew Michael Holness is giving the public sector workers? How much? Somebody said 30% of the GDP. How much is it in figure? Because we want to show the people of Jamaica that 23 billion is not even enough to pay the public sector workers. We're going to have to go back to the days when private sector pay public sector workers. We're going to go back, see? $220 billion the Andrew Holness government is using now to pay public sector workers. $220 billion. And remember, the PNP said that is not enough. Remember, the PNP is planning to increase that. Remember? So how Mark Goldner try to tell we say a $23 billion them a plan to spend? That is impossible. And remember, you know, the government has spent 30% of the budget to pay public sector workers. And remember, so we still have the PAD program. We still have we still have the NHF program. We still have to truck water to people who don't know water. We still have to collect garbage. We still have to fix road. We still have to pay them with debt. Where will the money come from? Where will the money come from to do all these policies that Mark Jefferson Golden is promising the people of Jamaica? It is impossible. As the finance minister said, it will cost FINSA 2.0. That is a fact. That goes without saying. And remember again, me tell you guys, you go and watch the tape. Mark Golding said, if we don't have no storm in the year, he will be able to implement all and run with it policies. Even though he told the country on Tuesday that he never tell nobody say he might go implement them here in a 1 year. We don't know which Mark Jefferson Golding to believe. We don't know which Braca Master to believe. We don't know which Mark Ginal to believe. Because today he says something, tomorrow he says something else. Mark Golding is a flip-flopper. We can't believe him. And we must also remember that he said that his government will stay in the framework and follow the same policy, the same fiscal policy that both parties agreed on in back in the days in a Portia time and Bruce time. He said he will stay and follow that law and that rule. So basically, he must say him not change nothing. He's gonna spend the money that the government say they have to spend. All he's going to do is redistribute the fund that we have now. How is that going to work? Are you going to take money from the police? What about the brand new police stations? What about the police vehicles? What about technology? You need to come and explain to the people of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Ginal, where the money is going to come from, because you cannot tell the people of Jamaica that your 100 run with it promises will only cost us $23 billion. Impossible. Now, guys, further on down into the implied budget presentation, Dayton Campbell, when Siobhan lick him with the question about FinSac. And guys, we're going to deal with FinSac, you know. We just do a research and make sure so we get it right. We're going to deal with FinSac. When Siobhan questioned Mark Golding about FinSac, Mark Golding said FinSac have nothing to do with him. Mark Golding said FinSac had absolutely nothing to do with him, Mark Jefferson Golding. So I want to ask Mark Jefferson Golding something tonight. The G in a DBNG, what it mean? Goat, grass, girl. The G in a DBNG, what does that mean, Mark Jefferson Golding? And 2 years ago, when you went on the podcast to introduce yourself to the people of Jamaica, and you told the people of Jamaica, or you reached now the PNP, that it was because of your close alignment with Omar Davis. It was because when Omar Davis needed help, any advice, he went to you. You said you was a financial what do you say? The financial advisor, and say, or what? You gave the government at the time advice. So how no you try to judge yourself, Mark Golding? Oh no, you try associate yourself from Omar Davis. Remember, you sat on the platform and told the people of Jamaica, oh, you started in the PNP. It was because you was advising Omar Davis. And during FinSac, you was right beside Omar Davis, advising Omar Davis. Remember, you told the country that care about Mark Jefferson Golding. And when the Prime Minister did not say you had anything to do with FinSac, the Prime Minister said you benefited from the policies of FinSac. You benefit from the policies of Omar Davis. Thank you, Junior. He said he was a financial engineer. That is the word I'm looking for. Now, what does a financial engineer do? What does financial engineer mean? You and Omar, financial engineer, FinSac. You and Omar Davis and Percival FinSac the country. You can't judge yourself from that, Mark Jefferson Golding. You and Omar Davis created FinSac. You benefited from FinSac. That's what the Prime Minister said, and that is the fact. Omar Davis pump our tax dollar and help you to buy the bank at a loan that you did not pay any interest on, and to this day we did not get back that money. It was because of your close association with Omar Davis. Why Omar Davis was able to help you to buy Billy Craig Bank. Every other company went under except DBNG because you got a bailout from the government of Jamaica. So what you mean to say, but you don't have nothing to do with FinSac? You can't judge yourself out of that, Mark Jefferson Golding. You cannot draw out yourself out of FinSac. You need to apologize to the people of Jamaica, and you need to turn over the money back to the people of Jamaica. Do the maths and tell us how much money would I make from the money when Omar Davis lend you, and give it back to us. Turn over that profit to us. Omar Davis, you was the financial engineer for Omar Davis. You said it. You said you gave the government advice. And based on what Omar Davis go on with, I would assume that you give him that advice. Because remember, you said it. You said you was closely aligned to the government. You was a financial engineer for Omar Davis. And Omar Davis financial engineered FinSac. And when the business people plead to Omar Davis to help them out, Omar Davis did not. Why did he help you? Why did he bail you out? No other business owner got that help except you, and you got it because of your close alignment to the People's National Party. Remember, I know, Omar Davis created FinSac. And when the business people said to Omar, say, help us, give us the tax, help us with the money. Instead of Omar Davis do that, Omar Davis take where the people, them businesses, and then turn around and just give them back a little whatever upon their money, and him create the rest and sell it to his friend and company. You're talking about no investors lost anything. The people of Jamaica suffered. We, the taxpayers, suffered. We just finished paying off the loan where you and Omar Davis left for us. Remember, guys, when President Obama win the election in America, and America was going through the house crisis, and the the people them down Michigan we build vehicle was going through them crisis. The government bailed them out. When the auto industry in America was going through the financial crisis, President Obama bailed them out. When they had the housing crisis in America, President Obama bailed them out. Omar Davis could have done the same for the business sector in Jamaica. Instead, he only bailed out Mark Jefferson Golding. I remember Omar Davis created FinSac. Then he start print money and cause high inflation. Then you hear him talk about him and map up liquidity. Omar Davis single-handedly created FinSac. Omar Davis created the high interest loan policy and the business people could not keep up. Omar Davis crashed the banks because the bank couldn't get back the money where they lend out to people. And when the bank came to Omar Davis and said, bail us out and we take the time and pay back the government, Omar Davis said no and turn around and bail out D, B, and G. So you, Mark Jefferson Golding, you can't run away from this, Papa. You cannot run away from this. Talking about it has nothing to do with you and every business sector that was faced and had to navigate. Navigate what? Navigate what? Omar Davis used our tax dollar to help you to purchase Billy Craig Bank. And you got a loan from the people of Jamaica at no interest. A free loan. And after the government give you the loan for buy the bank, the government turned around and gave you the bank. Omar Davis turned around and gave you the bank. Our tax money by the bank and you inherit it. You got it. What can go so? And you have the audacity to be standing up on podium and smiling in the face of Jamaican people talking about you not have nothing to do with FinSac? What happened to the $300 million of our money that Omar Davis give you to buy a bank? Where is that money? Give it back to us. Give it back to us with interest. Talking about you not have nothing to do with FinSac. You can't absolve yourself, Mark Jefferson Golding. The evidence is there and the record is there. Omar Davis crashed the economy. 40,000 businesses went under because of the policies of Omar Davis, and all Omar Davis had to do was bail out the banks. Bail out the banks. And then they would have turned around and stay in the country and build back and grow the economy. He didn't do that. He bailed you out. He bailed you out and allowed other businesses to go under. And then you're going to talk about nobody lost anything. What about the people who lost them business? What about the people who killed themselves? What about the people who had to migrate and start over? How dare you play down the level of wickedness that you and Omar and Percival do to the people of Jamaica? How dare you, Mark Golding? How dare you fix your mouth and I talk about how no investors lost their money and this and that. You know you can't play down the significant earth that the Omar Davis and you and Percival instill on the people of Jamaica during FinSac. How dare you, Mark Jefferson Golding? People lost them house. People lost them business. People lost their livelihood. People have to start over from scratch. People lost their marriages. And you're going to stand up and pour them and I'm going to talk about, say, no, investors lost anything. What do you mean? You set back, you and Omar and Percival set back the country 30 years. 30 years. That is a serious thing. You know how much things we could have done? While every other country was growing, Jamaica was stagnant. Jamaica was in the gully. Jamaica was a laughing stock of the Caribbean. Jamaica was being disrespected. You have the audacity to be talking about nobody lost no investors lost their money. You have no shame. So, when Siobhan asked him the question, Dayton Campbell, we have to run away from St. Anne. Look like him a Mark Gold in mouthpiece. Talking about Siobhan must go ask the Prime Minister, say, oh, him can't identify where people get them wealth and he don't know past him getting wealth. Let me tell you something, Dayton Campbell. The Prime Minister never making money on the back of poor people. The Prime Minister parents never owned no slave. The Prime Minister was born and bred and went to school in Jamaica. Our Prime Minister never born with no trust fund. And our Prime Minister is the first and only Prime Minister that has laid out all his financial papers, all his assets and liability to the people of Jamaica to be vetted and criticized and analyzed. Your leader hide his asset in a foreign trust so you can't talk to a Prime Minister. Your Tapanaris leader, money is hidden away in a foreign trust. Since Comrade Pantan gone, we don't have no more thing to talk about ICC. So no going back to no old talking part now. That is played out. That is redundant. And what next? You notice from Comrade Pantan gone, we don't have nothing else to talk about ICC. We don't notice from Comrade Pantan gone, we don't get no new talking points. We don't say a new management up at the IC now. No matter how you call up there and a text up there, we can't get no propaganda to spread. No. Me right down when you say Dayton Campbell, come and not forget. You say when you close your implied budget, you say after 9 years, let's see, write it down. You say after 9 years. Oh, wait there, guys. Let me write it down though. He say after 9 years, the government, after 9 years, 18% of children are pass maths and English. And the PNP time, it was 4%. And the PNP time, then not even can go to school much as they pass maths and English. And the PNP time, when they pass out, when they reach early school and then can't read and write, they just have to go up on the farm with them parents. You say after 9 years, 55% of the country can't buy food. And Andrew only make them can't buy food. And the decision where they make. Anybody in Jamaica right now and then can't buy food has nothing to do with Andrew Michael illness. It has to do with laziness and a PNP personality and a PNP agenda, because work is provided for everyone. Well, let me explain to you something, Damien. Dayton Campbell. After 4 years, we still not Mark Golding go in the country for 4 years, and the people of Jamaica still reject him. After 4 years, Mark Golding is still 18% in the polls. After 4 years, The PNP still can't tell the people of Jamaica what else them are good different from the Andrew Holness government. After 4 years, Mark Jefferson Golden asset is still hidden away in a foreign trust. And after 4 years and 4 implied budget, the people of Jamaica is still asking Mark Jefferson Golden, where will you get the money from? And that you need to go look into. And after 9 years, our debt to GDP has been the lowest it has ever been since 1962. After 4 years, we have the highest record of tourists in our country since we start to check when tourists come to Jamaica. After 4 years, our dollars, after 9 years, our dollar is stabilized and the PNP, the dollar did a run. After 4 years, poor people picnic can go to college because they can go to student loan and they don't need no guarantor. After 4 years, public sector worker get the highest salary increase since 1962. After 4 years, police now have to buy shot from gunman. Police now have to have 1 vehicle for 3 division. After 4 years, after 9 years, the government of Jamaica has built and renovate over 400 police stations, built fit for purpose police station in Lacova and in Westmoreland. After 9 years, the people of Jamaica, the young people of Jamaica, is telling Andrew Holness that the 3rd term is loading. Choke on that. Choke on that, Dayton Campbell. No amount of propaganda and promises. Oh my God, I forgot that. After 9 years, Dayton Campbell and Mark Jefferson Golden, the Andrew Holness administration, after 15 consecutive budget reading, the government of Jamaica and the Andrew Holness has imposed no new taxes on the people of Jamaica. After 4 years, Mark Golden is still a British citizen. You hear that, Dayton? No new taxes on the people of Jamaica. And that is why the people of Jamaica is asking you to explain your implied budget. Because the culture has changed in Jamaica. The electorate has been educated. Gone are the days when you can just say things and people run with it. Because Andrew Holness government has explained and break down things to the people of Jamaica. No other government can come and run with it policies anymore. You're talking about how the government now explain to the people of Jamaica how them are going to do for them business, but we're not talking about them to explain. Because the people of Jamaica have seen the work of the Andrew Holness administration. The people of Jamaica have seen that the government of Jamaica under Andrew Holness has imposed no new taxes for 9 years. That's why they're so confident. That's why the people of Jamaica are so confident and now if ask we if you break down nothing. Because that goes without saying. We know how to angle the money. We know how to balance the budget. We know how to run the budget so we don't have a deficit. So the people of Jamaica now have to ask if you break down nothing. But because the PNP has not been a good stewardship of the economy, the people of Jamaica have questions to ask of you. Because the PNP has never run a budget without deficit. And the PNP has always ballooned the debt and mash up the economy and run with it. The people of Jamaica want to know what you're coming with, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, Mark Jefferson Golden. And I must say Mark Golding in clothing. Guys, call me if you don't want because I don't know me I go left on the hour. I must say in closing that little press conference the way you keep was a waste of time. Trust me, I tell you the truth. It was not productive. The people of Jamaica learned absolutely nothing from you. You never explained nothing. The people of Jamaica don't learn nothing from what you say. You had the time in the parliament to stand up and tell the people of Jamaica where the money is going to come from to give the pensioners a water subsidy. Because remember, I don't say, we don't cap it, you know. Remember, I don't say, we don't cap it. So the people of Jamaica who have their senior granny and their auntie and their family member over 65, get ready to just put the water bill in our granny and our auntie them name under the PNP. Because the PNP said they will not be capping that subsidy. There will be no cap on it. The pensioners can use any amount of water if they want. And Mark Golding say a $23 billion in budget I got cost. Not even Mark Golding don't know. In the first place, Mark Golding never present a budget. So he might cost something he never present. Or is he costing something that he did not even present? How much will it cost the people of Jamaica to provide unsubsidized water for the pensioners? How much will it cost the people of Jamaica to provide solar light and solar panel for the people for the people of Jamaica who cannot afford JPS? How much will it cost us? 23 billion, Mark Golding say. You're joking. You're joking, Mark Golding. That is impossible. That is impossible. Talking about $23 billion. You not even believe that yourself. We thank Auntie Faval. Thank you, Auntie Faval, for your explanation because you break down everything to it. You break down everything to it clearly and effectively. Me not see Eric. Oh, me don't say me not see Erica from now, but me just see her. Put up the number, Erica. The numbers to call is the area code is 658-212-5178. 658-212-5178. We're closing on the hour. We have 8 minutes to go, and we can call for the 8 minutes. Oh, am I going to fund that proposal the country want to know? And me say, guys, when me hear Mark Golding fix him mouth and say, if we not get no storm or no unforeseen event, him will be able to implement everything what Julian say. Me nearly fall off of my chair. Me nearly fall off of my chair, Diane, when me hear Mark Golding fix him mouth and say, when me hear Mark Golding fix him mouth and say, if they don't have no storm or nothing, he will be able to implement everything on him budget. He said, but Jesus, keep me near the cross, near the precious fountain. Then this not safe. And remember, guys, under the Jamaica Labour Party administration, we put on money for discretionary spending, But because Mark Golding and the PNP have so much things to do, they're going to spend off all of that money and they're going to run a budget deficit. So in case we have a storm, we have to go borrow money and go beg money. Because remember, the PNP say they are going to spend off everything. Because when we ask Damian Crawford, say, where the money are going to come from, he said discretionary spending. Good night, Cheryl. So based on the policy and the promises from Mark Jefferson Golding, we will be spending off every dollar where the government budget plus the money we have put aside. So we don't know where Mark Golding get 23 billion. And based on what Mark Golding said, The $11.5 billion will not be available in the first year to give to the people them who promise to give the free house to. So they now get the house in the first year after all. Labor rights, friends, Jamaica, we have to go out on all our platform. JLP communication team, we have to make sure we go out on all our platform and explain to the people of Jamaica what will happen to our country if we ever turn over with country to Mark Golding and Julia. Mark Golding and the PNP would have got a party with we rent money. We cannot allow that. We cannot play around with the future of our country. We cannot play stupid games and win stupid prize. The people, the person who say, yeah, man, cause every night Andre go live with 7. Those persons are in. Then the people in let me tell you, let me explain something about Andre chat, Anissa. You see, them people in a Andre chat are the runaway comrades in the diaspora. Are the PNP people them who run away under Michael Manley when Michael Manley tell him to catch one of the 5 flights a day. Are the PNP people who run away under the 18.5 years of hardship under Percival. Because remember, you know, every time Andre tried to organize any march or anything against the government, it failed because the bulk of supporters are in the diaspora. The PNP people them with their Jamaica support him, and the PNP people in the diaspora. That is why he has such a big following. Then the PNP runaway comrade who want to stay in the diaspora and run country. And we will never allow them to stay in the diaspora and pick our prime minister. And you know, so what they're doing for their country, you know, see who them pick. You know, see who them pick. You know, see who them pick for them president. We will never allow them to pick our prime minister. When the polls start going at the field, go to the poll, you know, so what the polls start come out with? Jamaica Labour Party 6 points ahead in the polls. The young people say Andrew Holness them a vote for. That not frighten we because them they are the runaway comrade when don't have no papers in a foreign. We just need to stay focused and carry our message all across Jamaica. We just need to go house to house, community to community, and tell the people of Jamaica, reiterate our plans, and make them know, say, if the PNP farm government, dog, nyam, we supper. Election is won on the ground. Yeah. Elections are won on the ground. I'm telling you already, now, guys, the sense of the people in the diaspora, them a look where going to Jamaica. We have a 1 and 2 blogger when they normally talk politics. I pay attention now, especially since Mark Golding go to the parliament and tell them, say, I never budget in read. So trust me, we just need to stay focused and carry our message right across Jamaica. Constituency to constituency, door to door, house to house. Introduce people to the policy. 478 I want to over here. I'm only have 263 like. Please like up the live now, guys, and get me to 300 at least. You know, say some comrades over here are people, you know, but the labor rights and the independent and the well-thinking Jamaican people over here, please click on the like. Election is won on the ground. A vote in a box when election. Not talking on social media. Votes in the box. So all we have to do is continue to do our work and mobilize and meet with voters and engage the young people, engage the independent voters. Mark Golding scoring no points after the budget presentation, you know, guys. The budget cycle closed and Mark Gold no score no political points there, so he mess up big time. Because he's supposed to go to parliament and read in budget and then go to parliament and read the manifesto instead. Our policies and our budget presentation, people still talk about it. Our plan to put more money in student loan, the young people gravitating towards it. Record amount of children applying for the student loan as we speak. Our plan to build more cold storage for the farmers appreciate that. Our plan to invest more in tourism and help the tourist workers them to get somewhere to live and give them insurance. The people on the ground is feeling it. And the major policy where the Prime Minister announced is the rural bus system coming in September. That is major. The PNP can't touch that. That is gonna be a big, big deal. That is a election winning policy. So we have things to go and talk about. That is going to be major come September morning when poor people pitney in a JUTC bus under AC. Trust me, the plan that the government have to build houses $9 to $12 million for low-income earners, that is a big deal. Our government already put in the plan in place and starting the policy to break ground to build these houses. The tax break for the public sector worker, the tax threshold, that is major. We have enough to go out and to convince the people of Jamaica to give Prime Minister Holness his third term. See, Anisi say, and NHT gonna only be working with loan for affordable housing now. Exactly. Affordable housing coming for low-income earners who are living and working in Jamaica. And all the children that were born after Jamaica 60, an UNPAD program, these children would have a trust fund for the first time in Jamaica. Poor people pitney go have a trust fund. Oh, right now, Mark Golding is the only person in Jamaica in our parliament that has a trust fund. For the first time since 1962, poor people pitney go have a trust fund. So we have more than enough to campaign on. All Andre do is tell lies and spread propaganda over him page. And it now moved the needle because for 4 years, the PNP has been spreading propaganda and Mark Jefferson Golding is 8. How much percent we tell you? 18 or 14% in the polls. So it is obviously not working. It now work. Me say the PNP has spread lies talking about the track is not certified and none of the record when we run for the track will not be ratified. And me say big nose oral Tracy come 2 days ago and say, what do you mean by the track no good? What do you mean by the track no fast? The track fast and people get break record. Me say, oh. Munchi, you know, here Mark say we increase tax to fund the 1.5. Remember, say Mark Golding an idiot, you know. Remember, say Mark Golding an idiot, you know, because Mark Golding came and tell the people of Jamaica that the government has put tax on the people of Jamaica because with tax revenue grow. Remember, Mark Golding an idiot, you know, and about 10, 20 economists and financial advisor explained to Mark Golding so with tax, we income grow because more people are paying more tax. More people are paying more tax because more people are employed and we're opening more businesses since 2016. So with tax revenue obviously going to increase. Remember Mark Golding an idiot. He's talking about how the tax revenue grew from $400 million to triple. It tripled because unemployment is down and more people working. It tripled because we have more businesses open up. It tripled because Dr. Clark and Anisha close up the loophole where PNP did have 1,000 bank accounts, a collect tax from all over the place and a thief up the money. Good night, Kevin from East Rural, my friend. We have seen more increase in tax revenue because Andrew Owen's administration has closed up all the loophole. Me explain this to you already. In a PNP time, every ministry collect a separate tax and a thief up the money. When Audley Shaw became the Minister of Finance, Audley Shaw closed up all of the little account there, and Dr. Clark finished close them up and bring every money in the consolidated fund. So when we collect the tax, it going to one pot. That is why we're seeing an increase in revenue. Mark Golding not have no sense. Arton say a JLP caused FinSac due to Hurricane Gilbert. You notice, truth. You notice Mark Golding bring Arton nowhere near him yesterday. You ever see Mark Golding keep a press conference and bring Arton beside him? Remember, say Arton is the renowned economist, you know. You don't notice Mark Golding no give nothing for do and nothing for talk say and have him a hide on a back because Mark Golding knows say Arton a madman. Mark Golding knows say Arton need to go to bed to go take him injection every other month. Mark Arton a madman. You don't notice Mark Golding now care Arton no way at all beside him. Remember, you know, Mark Golding was trying to explain in budget yesterday, and Art nine top economists in a party. You know, so you don't care Art no way. Mark Golding knows say Art no sense. One thing with Mark Golding, he knows say Art don't have any sense. So Mark Golding now bring Art nowhere with him. So anything Art say, we just have to just put that to the side because I have no sense. Because for him to fix him out and talk about JLP create FinSac because of Gilbert. I mean, say a JLP bring Gilbert into the country. And the government caused Hurricane Gilbert to hit Jamaica. You know, it's a PNP idiot. You know, it's a art and madman. That's why back in the days when Nationwide used to bring him on the platform, on the station talk about all my economists. Me used to lick out pan Cliff Hughes and cuss him in the comment section because art no sense. No sensible. That's why Cliff Hughes have to park him and find some real economists. No sense. Exactly. If you have a top-analyst economist in your party, a lecturer at UWI, young, vibrant, smart, when you not bring him to your press conference, you can explain to the people at Jamaica how the economy is going to run under PNP. You know the reason why, guys, you know the reason why Mark Golding bring Damian Crawford? Because it look like a Damian Crawford that helped write the manifesto, you know. Jesus Christ. Me pass me 1 hour, guys. But before me go, you know, say look like say a Damian Crawford help Mark Golding to write that scamifesto there. Then Mark Golding knows where Damian Crawford go on with Peter Phillips. Mark Golding really give Damian Crawford manifesto to write again. Jesus, God of gracious. Now we can't take them people as serious. Then Mark Golding see what happened in 2020 when Damian Crawford write this scamifesto and then couldn't explain it. Oh, God of gracious. Because I wonder where I go with Damian Crawford, you know. I wonder where I go with Damian Crawford. But it look like say Damian Crawford I go write this scamifesto. Why I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking my live. It look much better now. 312 like. Look much better now. He not no choice but to bring Damien, because the one degree in every household project a Damien baby that. So Damien have to come explain to the people at Jamaica how much that go cost. Because me see Wayne Chain and them other people that do the maths and see a $52 billion and Damien cry for that. So me don't know me love because we can't check. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for continuing to support my program. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the share. Thank you for the everything you want to do every time. And thank you for the love. Tomorrow, Friday, me know me not like work on Friday, guys, but me go come back tomorrow. Yes, because me go try work from Monday to Friday. I'm going to try very hard to come back tomorrow night. And we're going to do this all over again. Discuss the policies of our Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Andrew Michael Holness. And the next thing before me close. When they ask Mark Golding about Marco Rubio, we never hear him. But in the prefer carry come together and speak from one voice. Mark, we never said that when Gonzalez are making utterance. We didn't say that when me and Matley make our speech. We never said that when Keith Rowley are making speech and the other one. I look things saying in the government and nobody now listen to you. And another thing, guys, Marco Rubio draw up Trinidad about the deal where they have with Venezuela for the oil. And Trinidad asks for some extension and some time to start out the economy and to win themselves off of Venezuela oil. And Marco Rubio said, I'll give them some time. When you saw Trinidad gone back in a shell, when you saw Trinidad a swing low, sweet chariot, when you see they not even make one like a speech, You know, so they not say nothing. Both Trinidad, Barbados, St. Kitts, and St. Lucia, both four of them come together and ask the United States for time. They ask for an extension to come out of the deal with Venezuela. You see that though? Me never know say uno go ask for time. Me think uno go tell the United States of America to take them visa and sanction or no. The way uno more they come strong with the year. Me never expect the four of them to come together and I beg Marco Rubio for no sanction or no. The way uno they come out mighty last week. I never expect to hear the news say. I never expect to hear the news say uno a beg for time. Won't you be good night? No, I hear nothing. We never expect to get the report come from my desk, labor rights and friends and independence and Jamaican. Trinidad, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, the four of them write a letter, engage with America and Marco Rubio, asking for time, asking for a grace period, asking for an extension to come out of the deal with Venezuela. And of course, Marco Rubio said, yes, I'm going to give them time. But we never expect it, guys. Because remember, I said, they no business, and them will stand with Cuba and stand with Venezuela, So what want to change on the narrative for? Why everybody get quiet now? Because we know, guys. We know. So everybody going to have something to say until their back is against the wall. And that is why we want to big up our Prime Minister. Big up Kamina Johnson-Smith. Our Prime Minister showed the rest of the Caribbean how to be diplomatic. How diplomacy work. Our Prime Minister is above the rest. Our Prime Minister set Jamaica apart from the rest of Caribbean country. So we have to big up our Prime Minister and big up Minister Johnson-Smith, because our Prime Minister put the rest of Caribbean country to shame. Good government matter. Good governance matter. Good leadership matter. And when you choose a leader for your country, we have to choose wisely and smartly. Because when we need a government to stand for the people of Jamaica, we have to make sure so we have the government in place to do that. And that was Prime Minister Holness yesterday. So thank you, Prime Minister. Big up your nice, clean self. Big up Kamina Johnson-Smith and the whole team, Dr. Tufton, Dr. Chang, everybody. It was a concerted effort by the whole team. And we thank God, say, I know the PNP in a power. We thank God, say, I know the liberal, left-leaning, reckless Michael Manley PNP in a government. Because dog would and we supper. Can you hear him say, in a stand we carry come. Anyway, guys, the person that I call me, I don't know why, but the phone doesn't ring and me not see. I me so much missed call. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about how much missed call when I saw my phone not pick up. Thank you very much for your support, guys. Thank you for continuing to watch Munchie B Talks Politics. Kevin said, luckily it was not Matilda. Can you imagine if it was Matilda and the Minister of Foreign Affairs? Can you imagine if it was no clothes, rotten teeth, Matilda at the helm? Oh, Jesus. What would happen to our country? But carry come. Anyway, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Good night.